Hi everybody, here's Philippe from Chile again to deal with an idea I found in the forum, Meet the GIMP forum, the episode Idea for Future Show. And the title of this thread is Texture Warping. So back in August, 14 August, we've got Louis who take our attention to a tutorial about texture warping on Flick, and it used Photoshop. And he's wondering if we can translate this technique into GIMP. He goes through all the translate and soft light and all those things, but he's stopping in one of the steps. The step we're stopping with is to make the highlight visible and keeping the contrast and the highlight in the final product. We go to this Flick forum. We have got it, and mainly it was that idea, like a technique like tissage, and I go through, and it is really not complicated. I've seen some amazing results in that with that technique. This one, I've made one of those. That's not difficult at all. And today we're gonna make something with more like this one. I didn't use the same texture. I will use a tree to make a result with a tree base. I think they've got one. Where it is? The tree thing. So that one was amazing. Yeah, that one is amazing. It's like with a tree. But we're gonna make a thing with using the texture of the tree. So back in our forum, texture warping. So we've gone through a lot of tests and mistake and trial. And first thing I've made was using one of the filter we've got in artistic and wave that give exactly this result out of GIMP without just one click. Of course, we can change the size of the texture. That's a nice beginning, but we want to go deeper. So after that, talking. Criticism in a positive way, we get to that one with changing the texture around, displacing, but we wasn't happy, so we have been to the earthly one, and here we begin to have some result with coming out, and I made one of those today, but I decided to go to another project. Here I've got all the tutorial to do that. I write it in that time, and we had that result, was quite convincing, really strange thing. And today we're gonna go to this one. By the way, the guy is me. So you know how I look. Okay, are you ready? We're gonna go through the same tutorial, so you don't have any excuse to miss your goal. So first, I open one image. That's a normal image. It's not really contrasted, a bit flat. So first thing, we're gonna double this layer. desaturate it, the new layer, color and desaturate, okay, and put it in hard light to accentuate the contrast. We go to hard light, look at the result, with it, without it. That's true. We got more contrast in the lights. It's flat, it's bumpy. It's what we want. Now we're gonna find the texture. Here I got my tree. But it's a bit too small. So I'm gonna resize it a bit with a resize tool. I got to be in the white layer. This layer. And want to cover all my face. Okay. That's it. Scale. Now we're gonna put this layer at the same size of the image. Layer to image size. I always do that because when you manipulate layer later, you want to copy something to another one, the copy usually is passing at 0 and 0 from the bottom of the layer here. 0 pixel and 0 pixel. So if you copy something and the layer is not the same size, you're gonna copy it here, for example, at the corner of the small layer, or if it's a big layer, at the corner of the big layer. And if you want to bump, if you want to displace, if you want to do whatever you want to do with those layers, I always prefer to have all the layers with the same size. That's a personal taste. I had some bad experience and funky results with that. So I try to keep that rule for myself. Now we're gonna make a layer mask on that. Layer mask, add a layer mask, and we're gonna choose to put a black full transparency. So the tree gonna disappear. Here, no tree. And now with a soft brush, full opacity for the moment, we're gonna paint on the skin to reveal the texture. Make a bigger brush for the beginning, and here you see we're gonna reveal the texture. We go in the big line for the moment, and after that we're gonna go closer to the lines. When I zoom, yeah, already. So we're gonna go through all with space. You can move your subject. Go with a smaller brush to go here, all that part. So we just paint the skin, but because what do we want is to have a subject with a strange skin. Still too big. Okay. Now we're gonna go in the lips. Keeping the teeth, the tooth, if it's plural. I don't know, you got to teach me English. Here we're gonna go a bit later with a more transparent effect. Here we got skin. With the white line, taking the line with shift. Here we are okay. Now I'm gonna change my color to have a gray, so it's gonna be semi-transparent and having like semi-transparent effect here, because it's like is a border. I don't want to exaggerate. Here also. Okay. Now we're gonna go with a lighter gray. I'm gonna try here. No, it's too much. Go with a lighter gray. No, a darker gray to have a less transparent effect here. That's too light. Yeah, that's good. That's okay. Because I've got some sunglasses, and so it's supposed that we don't see the texture so clear through. So we got to hide some of the texture. Here I have been too heavy near the eyes. So let the eyes totally visible. Don't go so. Because it's really just the skin that we want to see through. A little bit of brush. Now to fill all that, I could jump and just do the job in the background and let you see the finished product, but I think it's good to show you that all those tricks need some patience. So here we got our effect, semi-transparent here, and perhaps I was too much here. So with black, I show the eyes again. That's good. Now, if you take attention to the light provenance here, you will see that I use a picture with the same shadows on the right side of my face. It's really important to really make those aspects of the texture you use fitting into your original picture. Because if you don't do that, you get a result gonna be not really convincing. In the tutorial, I am talking about making a displacement layer if we want to give some volume to the face. I will try to do that now. So I will create a new layer. Go to Layer, a new layer. Call it Displacement. Displace. Okay. On that layer, I want to paint my face in a sphere. You will understand what I mean. Something like that. I want to make a form with more and less my face design. Okay. Now I will use a gradient having black and white. I could go to the gradient here. No, where it is. Gradient tool. Gradient tool. I will use a sharpened spherical. I think is that one. Yeah. And make a test here. I think I need to invert it to have a better result. To have the white in the center and the black I want. I think here we are too white in the center. With the white, I'm gonna go in a bit more in gray. I am experimenting here. I never did it. Okay. Now what I want to do is to invert the selection and to fill the outer part in black. So when we displace, the white part will push up and the black part will go down. So what we want to do now is having a transparency to see what we are doing. Inverting again, or Control A to select all to be able to paint here. And I will take a lighter gray than that we've got and paint my nose. My lips also. And I think we're gonna make a test with that. Come back here. Now we hide this one, the displace, and we're gonna go to the tree layer, go to Filter, Map, Displays, and here choosing the displays is already chosen. I try to go with a full screen to see if it's better, and play. I think in the X displacement we need 0. And here we see the face coming up, coming the front. Okay. You click OK and see what the result if it's helping. It's giving some more volume. Yes, we'll keep it. Now we're gonna double this layer, put the first one in soft light, the second one in overlay. We're gonna go down a bit to an even more natural aspect. I think it's impressive. It's good. Now I'll show you a trick to enhance a bit the contrast, shadowing this part. We're gonna look at the primary image. You're gonna separate it in 3 colors, 3 components by decompose. That gives us a decomposed black and white layer of all the different color. Here we've got the blue. No, in top is the red. I will use a trick I just learned yesterday from Rolf. Shift, click. So that's the red. That's the green. And that's the blue layer. And I'm looking for the more contrasted one. This one is really flat. The green got a nice difference between the two sides. And this one is really contrasted. So I will use the blue. Control A, Control C to copy. Go out with this one. Now, back to my image. I'm going to make a new layer on top. Call it a contrast. OK. Control V. And I anchor it. So now we're going to go to color, threshold to make really an amazing contrast on that image. Okay. We're gonna blur it. A lot. Not so much. About 20, around 20. Yep, okay. Now putting the layer mode to darken only and going down with opacity. That is giving really some shadowing and some contrast to the light effect. So I think we are done. I really look like a zombie coming out from the Amazon. Here we see those kind of details, really important to keep outside of the texture. I think that's all we can do to this picture. So now, really feel free to put what you want on my face. I borrow you this picture to experiment with it. And you can go to the forum under image processing software, general, and here you've got a photo manipulation, achievement, and here you can let what you have done with my face. So please post comments in the blog and post your picture here, and I want to follow up this episode with your result. See what you can do with those techniques and be fun. So bye bye, I see you in 2 weeks, and don't miss the next Tuesday show by Rolf about photography. Have a nice day.
photocastnetwork.com, your photography resource in the potosphere. photocastnetwork.com